good tea.
Yeah, it is. But I feel like we're forgetting something.
Wait a minute. Isn't today the day we were going to do the Copenhagen apartment tour?
What Copenhagen apartment tour?
The Copenhagen apartment tour that we were going to do for our YouTube community.
That's today?
Don't panic. You clean up here. I'll run outside and start the tour in the front. We'll meet you in the courtyard.
Oh, okay. Welcome to Road Trotting. We're Derek and Mike, an American couple living in Copenhagen since 2017. If it's your first time here, our channel is all about living abroad and traveling the world. Every Thursday, we drop our most candid advice and tips based on our experience as expats and explorers.
Thank God you're here. Today, we're going to show you everything you've always wondered about an apartment in Copenhagen. Let's start outside. Most Copenhagen apartment buildings have 5 floors of apartments, the ground floor and the 5 above. Americans would call this 6 floors, but not in Europe. It's the ground floor with floor 1 above that. The higher floors are the most popular in a Danish apartment building because they receive more sunlight. Danes love natural light, so Danish apartments on the highest floors are rented out or sold for higher prices. For that same reason, the ground floor will often be the cheapest due to less sunlight and a lack of privacy. Curtains aren't popular because, well, they block the sun. Now let's head inside. The lobby of a Danish apartment building probably looks familiar enough, with mailboxes and a common entryway. But where you'll notice a difference is that Copenhagen apartment buildings have only 2 apartments on each floor, the right and the left, or til højre and til venstre as you say in Danish. You won't find a long hallway with units on both sides in even the newest Copenhagen apartment buildings. Instead, you'll see a central staircase with an apartment on each side. Now let's go meet Mike in the courtyard.
Most Copenhagen apartments have a courtyard or common area with shared trash and recycling bins. It's also used for the all-important bike storage. Danes always have at least one bicycle. Nice courtyards also have outdoor seating and tables for gathering in the nice weather. Maintenance of all the common areas is managed by a committee from the building or the buildings that use the courtyard. It's a very important group and they meet regularly to discuss building issues and upkeep. Now let's head back inside for a real Copenhagen apartment tour.
Now, one thing you'll notice about pretty much every Copenhagen apartment and most Danish apartments is that you're never going to walk into an actual living space. Instead, you'll walk into a small entryway, even a hallway, that's used for people that enter to take off their jackets. And it also includes the buzzer for the door. That way you can let people into your home. It's also an important place because this is where you'll take off your shoes. Now, one thing to know about a Danish apartment is if you're visiting your friends in one, you always remove your shoes. So if you're moving to Denmark or just visiting friends there, I want to make one suggestion to you, and that is that you pack some cool socks to show off.
When it comes to bedrooms in Copenhagen apartments, there's not a whole lot to say. Bedroom literally translates in Danish to sleeping room, and that's about everything you're going to do here. Maybe not everything, if you know what I mean. Bedrooms are small and functional. No built-in or walk-in closets here. One thing you will find in a bedroom here are blackout shades. And you need them unless you want to wake up with the sunrise at 4 a.m. in the summer.
Now, most Copenhagen apartments are going to have some similarities. They almost always have white walls, and this is to maximize the sunlight in a country that doesn't get too much sun. You can also expect to have crown molding, doors between each room, and nice vintage wooden floors. Tall ceilings are also common, as are big windows, and most of them won't need screens because there's not a lot of insects in Denmark. Copenhagen apartments have radiators. That's because the whole city is on district heating. It also means that you're going to have pipes going up and down the ceilings in your apartment. Now, you should also look for a random door in the back of your apartment. This is the fire escape. Now, the city hasn't burned down in hundreds of years, but you can never be too careful. Danes love a good balcony, and they almost always face towards the courtyard. It's very rare to find a balcony on the front of a building. Even with these similarities, there's no true common layout for a Danish apartment. Some of them consist of many small rooms, and others have a wide open, spacious floor plan. Every space is unique. Sometimes a living room becomes a bedroom, and even the other way around. No matter what, one common thing about a Copenhagen apartment is that it's usually cozy.
As you can imagine for a city apartment, Copenhagen kitchens tend to be pretty small. But one of the unique things about them is that the cabinetry is all designed to match. In fact, when we first moved here, we got confused between the dishwasher, the fridge, and the cabinet because they all look the same. Another classic thing is that nobody has room for a big trash can, so you'll almost always find them under the sink behind the door. So because kitchens here are small, even though Danes love to have dinner parties and entertain with friends, there's not a lot of room, and this is not the place that you're going to hang out. Just enough room to cook and make a drink.
Now we're going to talk about a Copenhagen bathroom. A lot of them are pretty similar. They're small and functional. There's no his and her sinks here. Most Copenhagen bathrooms are only going to have room for a shower, a sink, and a toilet. That means you can shower, shave, and you know the rest. Now the classic Copenhagen shower is going to feature a shower head over the toilet. And I know that seems kind of funny, but there's a little bit of history in the reason why. Now the oldest buildings in Copenhagen had a common courtyard that featured an outhouse. And since indoor plumbing was installed, they eventually moved toilets inside, but they kept showers separate. There were shared showers in the basement. In the mid-1900s, a lot of Copenhagen apartments saw renovations, and they also demanded that they got showers in their actual apartment bathrooms. In most modern Copenhagen apartments, you can expect to have a stand-up shower, a sink, and a toilet, but that's about it. There's no powder rooms or half bathrooms, and there's definitely no bathtubs. It's very rare if you find one of those. But at least you're not taking a shower in the basement anymore.
When it comes to decorations in a Copenhagen apartment, it's going to be simple, understated, and cozy. Classic Scandinavian design. You'll see lots of natural materials and fibers, and lighting is a huge deal. In fact, people spend a huge budget on lights compared to anything else. And with your lights, you can install it yourself. It's very rare to find built-in lights, so you'll bring your own, install your own, or bring stand-up lights. Apartments are small here, so people don't have a lot of stuff. You won't see a lot of knickknacks, generally just a few things that are simple and sentimental and mean a lot to the owners. Think simple, Scandinavian, minimalist decor.
Thanks for taking our Copenhagen apartment tour. We hope you had fun.
Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment below.
Every Thursday we drop new videos about expat life, travel, and living in Copenhagen. So until then,
Skål!